Unison Marketplace is largely overlooked, where during the fourth quarter, July, August, September, you'll see hundreds of opportunities. All you need to do is win one. You can win one. Wall plaques, catering services, pickup truck bed caps, overhead door replacement. Tons of them, tons of opportunities. Unison Marketplace is a marketplace that you want to take full advantage of now, because when DOGE finds out there's multiple places to locate government bids, who knows what's going to happen? Who knows? So when it comes to federal government contracting, what's really important is identifying items to bid on. What are you going to bid on? How are you going to find these different things? So we're going into Unison Marketplace. In order to go into Unison Marketplace, you have to have a cage code to set up an account. So I'm going to share with you what it looks like. I just completed a recent challenge, and I found that one of the participants, in the challenge had won, I want to say 4 on Unison Marketplace. It's very doable. So once you get logged in, you're going to see a slew of opportunities. If you click all opportunities, so let's go back, all opportunities, because with Unison, this is something you're going to want to subcontract out, because people want to know, can you subcontract everything out? And the answer is, it really depends on the type of opportunity. It always depends, but especially with Unison, it depends. So you click all opportunities, you can see the buy number, description, end date. For all of them here, you can see all of that. All of that is listed. Many of these items here, what you're doing is you are subcontracting out a lot of the work. All of it? No. At the end of the day, you are the prime contractor. You're the one who's responsible for getting the work done. So right here, you see they're looking for roll-up door replacement, Coast Guard. Here's another strategy. The Coast Guard tends to be using Unison a lot recently. So reaching out to whoever the small business rep is for the Coast Guard, keeping in mind they may have been replaced or there may be some reshuffling because of the current administration, I would do so because there's so many Coast Guard opportunities on here. You can see that it's based on the lowest price to be performed in California. So this is really easy. The statement of work is here. So we already know it's price sensitive, it's in California, and they provided a breakdown of what you need to do. I'll share that with you here in a second. So this is for San Pedro roll-up door replacement. This outlines what you need to do. And we talk about challenge and in our coaching about how you make this. You can quickly condense what you have here. They've given you measurements, they've given you images, they've given you everything your heart could desire when it comes to these. And they want a breakdown of costs for labor and materials. And you have to perform the work between 7 a.m. and 3:30. This is not, no, 7 a.m. and 3:30. You find a subcontractor to execute this work for this type of door. Every single thing you ever need is there. All you have to do is simply use AI, Google, Facebook Marketplace, and find somebody to do this. And you're going to want to get multiple quotes, because more than likely you're going to find somebody who says, I'm just throwing out numbers. Oh, it's going to cost me $45,000. The materials themselves are $20,000, and then I have labor, and oh my gosh, it's a hassle to get there. And you may have somebody says, oh no, my quote is $35,000. So you're going to want to get a wide range of price quotes there. It's very, very important to do that. But at the end of the day, you know exactly what they want. Let's say you have some additional questions that you have about this opportunity. Potentially you reach out to a subcontractor and they ask some follow-up questions. All you have to do is go back into Unison and you can submit your question. You also can call them, Unison Marketplace, for additional help. When you submit your final price quote to them on Unison, you will receive an email. You'll receive an email notification and it's stored in your Unison account. What's really nice about Unison is it's super easy. Super, super, super easy to submit a bid on here. Let's go back. So what we're doing is looking at roll-up door replacement. 1, this is something you can subcontract out. Are you subcontracting out everything? No, because you're the one managing the work. The work is under your name. You have to pay the subcontractor. You have to make sure they show up between 7 a.m. and they're out by 3:30 p.m., that they follow all the rules, that you don't have people on site that their immigration status is questionable or they have a warrant. It's all up to you. All of this is on you. So here, what I like to do for the bid description, I'll just cut and paste. For the number, I'll usually use their number. Accept all terms. Continue. So then they have a note. Well, remember, they wanted a breakdown of labor versus materials. So the best way and the easiest way to do it, because hopefully you can see this is really easy. In an Excel sheet, you just put materials, X amount. Materials, $20,000. Labor, $25,000. And you've included your profit within those totals. Because many wonder, well, where do I put the profit? You can put the profit in either the materials or the labor. I think it's easier to put it in the labor because they may get other quotes and wonder, why are your materials so high? What kind of materials are you getting? Then you would just create an Excel document, labor, materials. Here where it says upload template, choose file, you would upload the template, upload it there. And then they're notifying you that the bid will increase in $10 increments. So what I like to do, and we won an opportunity on here with the Coast Guard, is you put like your top price. So let's say it's $55,000, but you will make your margin. You will get your profit, let's say at $43,000. So they can go down as low as $43,000. See if it'll let us go without putting an attachment. So it's letting us know that you do need to give a formal quote estimate with price breakdown. They're letting us know that. So you can see terms, yes. Line items, no. So if that was completed, we would click submit bid. Or if you want to go back, you can click save as a draft. So a reverse auction, in my opinion, is one of the best options because the buyer is in the driver's seat. The buyer is in the driver's seat. So instead of this goes to the highest bidder, it goes to the lowest who's offering it. So here's a great example. I need 3 of these. Let's say, Rick, you offer $75 for 3 of these. Jojo offers to give me 3 of these for $50, and Michelle offers to give them to me for $60. I'm going to take 50 because that's the lowest. So I'm still getting this thing, this product, this mouse, but I'm getting it at a lower price. The other thing I want to point out, because many people freak out, what? There's a Unison fee. I don't want to pay them $1,600 and $1,200. What is that? You're not paying that. It's added in. It's not coming out of your money. You can see there, right? Our high bid, we're just coming up with numbers, is $55,000. It auto stops at $43,000. These prices come from the government, not from you. So for this bid, for these doors, roll-up door replacement, you know that they're evaluating it based on price. You know where it's going to be installed. You know the time of day. So it's up to you to identify a vendor, get as many price quotes as possible, and then put your margin, your profit in there, submit it, and keep going. What's an easy one to win? This one. Because many people are not going to go after this because 1, they don't have the upfront cash to pay the vendor. 2, they're not going to want to take the time to get the price quotes. 3, all of the above. Because people are too focused on, oh, it's so much work. But you all are here learning about federal government contracting. So this doesn't apply to y'all. I'm letting you know right now, this is an easy, very easy winnable one. Coast Guard, they're giving you all the information. They included photos. You already know what they need. So it's up to you to get the pricing for materials, the pricing for labor, and I would put your profit under labor. Because one thing that also happens is if you want 1,000 of these, Kizzy, this is what it's going to cost you. Yeah, but I own the business. My budget is not that. This is my budget. You decide. And they can walk away. Yeah, I get that that's your budget, but we can't go any lower. Okay, well then don't go any lower. You got anybody else? Who else sells these? So make sure you like, you subscribe, you heart, you share. I appreciate each and every one of you being here. My name is Dr. Kizzy Parks, in case you're completely new to the channel. Can you completely subcontract work out? Of course not. You can't, but can you pay somebody to install, to complete this roll door work? Of course. I must manage, I must quality control, I must check in with the client, I must check in with the sub. I have to be prepared to invoice. This is not like the video systems for pets. So basically there's a product out there where, let's say you're back in the office, since that's the big thing right now, and you are concerned about your pet. So they have this camera, many of them are connected to the food bowl or the water bowl, and you can be like, hey, what's up, Scruffy, how are you doing? And you can check in on your pet. Well, that's not how this works in federal government contracting. This is not that. There's no pet cam, nanny cam. They just do the work and then you check in. Oh, that's great. See you in 9 hours. It doesn't work like that. So the government pays typically between 30 and 60 days, the federal government. You have to take care of things financially first. You cannot take a contract win and go to a bank and say, well, I won this government contract. Lend me money. It's not going to work. I do have some beautiful videos on lending. I have a couple, so please make sure you watch those recent interviews. And it's common to pay your vendors net 30, net 60. We had a project with Walmart several years ago. We had net 30. We had a lot of work with a very well-known company that had net 90. We're talking hundreds of thousands, millions of dollars, net 90. Where you're heading now is you to take in, where are you supposed to go in this space? What do you want to sell? When I go on Unison, all I see is amazingness and dollar signs. Lodging, you can bid on that. Volunteer conference, can bid on that. Come on, a forklift battery replacement? You still have plenty of time. They need 4 batteries. Lowest price, that you just got to find some place that's going to give you a price on these batteries. And the thing about projects like this, for some companies, selling 4 batteries is like selling 2 tacos and you have a business. So they don't want to waste their time. They want to sell 10,000 tacos in 8 hours. This is a great opportunity on Unison. All you need is a cage code and to register. Drivers and garage uniforms for the U.S. Embassy in the Republic of the Congo. These are really good ones to go after. You got to be able to take care of the uniforms, pay for them properly, or have amazing negotiating skills. But that's something most people aren't going to go after. They'll be like, that's too much. I don't want to do that. I want to do something easier. Listen, I don't bid on priests, but somebody out there might. They need a priest. Call the archdiocese. Get a priest. They need them in Middleman, Germany. May have mispronounced that. I'm sure they probably already have the person. Bid on the priest. So for those of you who are wondering, well, what do I go after? Let your imagination run wild. This is the time to really channel your inner child and just play. That's all it is. Just play. You don't have to be serious about it. Just play. Just play. Try to go into an area that you're comfortable in, but just let it be. You know, one of my success coaches, she watched the video that I sell, my long interview with David. And in that video, he talked about he would win government contracts for murals. One of her first contracts is for a mural. The ribbon cutting is in a week. I'm sure that most of you here never thought of bidding on murals. And if you did, type, no, I did. You know, I may be wrong, but that's what's so exciting about this. Nobody ducks at anything. We just need more reps. That's it. You may not make it to the NBA or MLB or NHL, but it doesn't mean you can't score. Doesn't mean you can't dribble. Doesn't mean you can't hit a home run. You just got to put in reps. That's it. Use AI Check out my Proposal Master Academy, proposal.wins.com, put in reps, that's it. Unison is easier in the sense, in my opinion, in that it's price sensitive. They're trying to get the best deal, period. Especially in the federal government side, most of these opportunities, most people, they don't go after. They get too concerned. I heard I can't middleman. I heard they're changing the FARs. I heard this. I heard that. I read this. I heard because of Trump and then they don't do anything, and that's fine. Focus on what's not there. Focus on what's missing. Focus on the I heards. More work for us. There's no reason you can't do it. Check out winnerswaybook.com if you haven't. So one of the things is you could just take a gamble. Maybe you already know what the price is. So you may go ahead and price it accordingly because based on your experience, you already know what to price it. But then you run the chance of, oh, the price changed. Next is you reach out to suppliers, to resellers, because sometimes with both the state, local, and federal contracts, following a reseller certificate, a reseller license. And what it also does for you, it gives you up-to-date pricing. I suggest you do a combination is you reach out because at some point in time, you have to get the product. And if you can't get the product, then, So it's really good to have that connection ahead of time. You gambled and you took a chance. You won. Okay, you got the pricing, got it, whatever. But you did it. I say it all the time. Winning a government contract is not hard. Executing it, doing it again, having a system, that's different. When it comes to the current state of federal government contracting, this is the time to lean in. So many people are like, I don't want anything to do with it. Elon and Trump and Department of Education's gone away and USAID's gone and I don't know about the IRS and where's my tax return? And, oh my gosh. So while everybody else is freaking out, this is when you go in and you thrive. This is a great place, great time. If you're ready to lean in, to dive in, type ready. So there's a lot of exciting things to come. So I suggest you keep coming back to the channel. If you haven't joined my free Facebook group, please do. But here's what's most important more than any of these things. Learn, apply, and adjust. You can watch all the videos, read the book, read other people's books. You have to take action. Even if you take action and you fall, you're still taking action. And that's what I know you're capable of doing. You can take action. There's no reason you can't. There's no reason you can't. So I do love and adore you all. Check out Unison is your call to action. Check out Unison Marketplace. If you don't have a cage code or UEI, don't give up. Contact the help desk. Bid. Don't give up on yourself. It's so heartwarming to hear these stories and to read about all of you out there who through the video, through the book, through whatever, you've won a contract. Learn, apply, adjust is just so key. Just don't give up.